I always enjoy that little sound.
Tetris.
But anyways, hey, it's me, Baba33, and today I am playing. There we go. Puyo Puyo Tetris. As you saw like a few seconds ago, I'm playing the Nintendo Switch version because this is a fun game that you need to have, carry around you. There's a physical copy out there that comes with a couple of keychains, but I decided to download it. What I'm doing, the option here is get to the opening cutscenes of the story, since that's the only way I can get to it. So sorry for not editing that part out. But
it's such a peaceful day. So peaceful and quiet.
yeah, it's like
nothing ever goes wrong on a peaceful
just a little warning. The story is
Actually,
kind of out there.
come to think of it, as great as peace is, it's actually kind of boring.
Where you can tell how crazy it could be, with Ringo dialogue over here.
Like if all my friends just came bursting out of the sky. Ha! But that's nonsense. Something like that would never happen on such a peaceful day, right?
I think you're about to know what's going to happen next.
Oh my! What's happening? I think someone's bursting out of the sky! That hurt. But hey, I'm in one piece.
So yeah, this game story is going to get crazier and crazier each chapter.
We got warped to another dimension.
I'm going to do this let's play chapter by chapter, so it'll be a lot easier.
I don't understand.
I apologize if I'm talking over the cutscenes over here, but they got subtitles, so you can still keep it in with that. But I will keep quiet so you can hear the performance of the actors for a bit.
Just like that. Goo 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 goo.
Now, I'm sure all you are familiar with Tetris, but there's Puyo Puyo, on the other hand. I'm sure that, well, it's a recognizable game for those who plays, either Kirby Avalanche or Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. But Puyo is actually pretty popular in Japan. It may be some parts of the other country, but mostly in Japan. Well, and a Puyo Puyo game gets released for almost every console, at least one time. Sometimes they don't make it to America, sometimes they do. Like, as I mentioned before, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine and Kirby Avalanche.
Oh, I don't know. How about the edge of the universe? The edge of the who now?
Oh boy. Ringo jinxed it. You know what's gonna happen next.
Let's go! Goo 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 goo! If you guys say so.
This is the newest game in the Puyo Puyo series.
Guys.
Usually in the Puyo Puyo games, they have
No! What are all those
crazy stories like this. Sometimes with recurring characters.
We just got back from our last adventure. Don't we get a break from all the Puyo Puyo?
And
No, look closer. Goo goo! What are you talking about?
as I was saying, you all know what Tetris is, and this is a crossover between two puzzle games, and you see how, later on in this playthrough, how they mix together.
That's fine. Wait, that's not fine. There's supposed to be blocks. Why are there blocks here?
I do like some of the facial expressions on on these animated characters. As you can see here, Ringo's one of our main protagonists, probably the main protagonist. All right here, she's usually the main protagonist of the older games like Puyo Puyo Sun. And Entity, I believe, was the main protagonist in Puyo Pop Fever. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Captain's report. This is Captain T of the SS Tetra. I am broadcasting.
And I believe these are brand new characters.
The constellation zone appears quiet.
They're making their appearance for the first time. Again, correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Do we really need to make these reports?
Yeah, I have the option to skip through cutscenes really fast.
Right.
Sometimes I go a little bit too fast and cut out some actual dialogues. But I mainly gotta cut the dialogues of, you know, this character and O and Carbuncle, which are pretty much talk like Pokemon, except they don't share their own name.
You hear that? I heard someone talking inside the playroom. Did you hear O? Let's check it out.
Yeah, probably in this let's play you're gonna see more cutscenes than actual gameplay versus well, a bit unusual for video game. I mean, the main draw of this video game is to play against other people, either locally or online. They start me out at chapter 7, but for some reason, and as you can see, they are already completed
This is not good.
some of these missions. Well, all of it actually. Just
I got teleported from home,
not
and I'm in some weird place, and I'm all
I
alone.
don't restart all of them except for
So
this chapter, I
not good.
believe.
Captain's report. A girl in a non-form fitting outfit has materialized aboard the SS Tetra. I believe she is currently performing an improvised alien comedy routine.
Beep, beep, beep.
Don't be hasty, O. Something about this seems not normal. I'm unsure what our next course of action should be. You there.
Huh? He's wearing some really tight-fitting clothes. And he's trying to talk to me. Wait! Someone sent those squarish things that brought me here. I bet that someone was you!
Yeah, I'm just gonna let this play out a
Sounds
bit.
like the only solution here is that we should battle.
Wait, what? The girl is in a panic, but perhaps a battle might be the best course. I should
Yeah,
fight
this
her
is
until
pretty
she
much
calms down.
how most of the cutscenes gonna go. Solve everything
So,
by a battle.
you know how to match them up and make them disappear too.
Of course I do. Are you ready? Let's do this! Tetris time!
Puyo Puyo time!
It's on! What? She doesn't play Tetris?
He doesn't play Puyo Puyo! But that's... Oh no! We're starting!
Yeah, pretty much that's how, you know, probably most conversation. Well, at least over here, it's said about Puyo Puyo, but everybody knows Tetris. As you can see, I'm not one on the left playing Tetris, while my opponent is playing Puyo Puyo. Now the objective of the game is to make combinations. With Tetris, you make more than one line, and Puyo Puyo you match for the same curves and try to get them in a combo. Like in well, I'll show off how once I get to the Puyo Puyo section. But pretty much you saw those gray blocks. Pretty much we gotta create as much of those as possible so she gets to Puyo at the top of the screen and use the match. That's pretty much all we're gonna be doing in this Let's Play. You saw there that she did a combo and I messed up right there. You're gonna be seeing some of that. Well, maybe not a lot, but more than once. I gotta be honest. Sick. I don't know, sometimes I go too fast. Pretty much it's all about speed and strategy, pretty much. Especially it's Puyo Puyo. I'll say out of between these two games, Puyo Puyo is harder to play, but once you master it, pretty much you have the advantage of a Tetris, or at least the way I play it. I do much better in Puyo than Tetris. But both games are fine, they're both easy to play. Of course, for those not familiar with Puyo, you may need to practice a bit in the tutorial stages. They do offer tutorial in the game itself, but I think playing the just the story mode. It helps you improve your gameplay better.
We were still able to battle, even though he was using blocks instead of Puyos. And he's not too bad.
What were those? I have never seen those jelly things before.
Huh? You don't know what a Puyo is?
I do not. I have a great deal of questions for you. But first, let me introduce myself. I am T, and I am the captain of this vessel, the Starship Tetra. I have the ability to control and clear Tetraminos.
So that's what Tetris is. Well, my name is Ringo. And I can pop Puyos to make them disappear.
So those round things are Puyos.
Uh-huh. And sometimes when we pop them, it sends us off to other worlds. It's sort of...
To go slightly off topic here,
portal. Anyhow, I'm sorry for barging.
you're probably wondering how
What's my purpose? I
a
swear.
company can release so many Puyo Pro games,
Maybe you can help me?
even for one console
strange.
generation after
Now that we've
next.
battled, I feel like I can trust you.
There is some slight differences
Really?
besides stories,
Me too.
like there's different modes.
I was with a few of my friends before I arrived.
And at first, when people saying they want Puyo Puyo Chronicles, which is I believe a 3DS game, to come over to
Let's go search the
America
SS
and the
Tetra
rest of the world,
Thanks,
I was
Steve.
confused with that because I didn't see any point of bringing another Puyo Puyo game that quickly. To show this off, this is a little time trial game. I'm going to be skipping most of it, mainly because there's no story involvement, so and it's pretty much doing the same thing over again, so you know, save a little time there. Pretty much the objective in this one is to clear as many nine as possible. I don't think you need to do any combination or like that. I think the game reward you more on speed rather than points. I could be wrong on that. But I'm so used to making 9 combination that it becomes pretty natural. But pretty much that's just the a line.
I never back down.
And that's pretty much it right there. I could have cut that part out. But you know, that's just to show up
This
just
is the
once.
last time I'll ask. It's a simple question. Who are you? What is a Puyo? Are you here alone? Where are your friends? How did you get here? And where are you from? And why are you here? And also, are you aware that you're kind of a huge weirdo? My brain hurts. Look, I already told you. Everything was fine. And then I just got whooshed away while popping Puyos. By the way, I'm Amity, and I'm gonna be a great magician one day. A what? Magic schmagic. Look, lady. First, you interrupt my nap. Now, you're just blabbering nonsense. I'm so mad I want to smack you with a Tetramino.
That's as your typical rich girl character.
Ringo, girl in the red hat.
If you've seen, you know, once in cartoon or anime, you've seen them all.
She can be a handful sometimes. And hey, what about that other girl? She seems kind of abusive, don't you think?
Oh, that's S. She's one of my crew, and also a handful sometimes.
Well, if you're the captain, can't you make her stop?
The thing is, you see, well, the short answer is no. No, I can't.
Wow, sounds rough.
Hey, S.
T, finally! We need to talk.
What is it?
It is the captain's sworn duty to make sure I can nap in peace. And that means we need to detain weirdos before they roam
It's
free.
like, sorry if I'm being
Wouldn't you
quiet
agree?
here. It's just entertaining to watch.
Cross your mind. I can't be everywhere!
Well, then you're useless!
What did you just say?
Oh my! Another person in strange clothes.
You're Amity, right? Please, try and calm down.
How show you.
This is the question here, audience. Whose cores are stranger?
I guess that's the quickest
I
way
mean, I
to
guess
settle this.
Entity's course is a bit strange in comparison to T's, but Ringo's outfits seems like the most normal among everybody so far. So pretty much we get to do this again. Yeah, even though I'm not playing Puyo just yet, to explain a bit more about Puyo in terms of gameplay, pretty much you gotta make combinations. Like if you gotta at least match 4 cards in a row, but if it's just do like one chain of it, then you're not gonna get any of the blocks, or in Puyo's case, you won't get any of the garbage Puyo. This is pretty much a Creole Puyo jelly bean thing. But yeah, it's looks like Auntie's gonna lose here. Well, of course she is. This is pretty much the easy mode. The computers don't really try it in this mode, obviously, mainly because they want the players, whether they're familiar with the game or not, to have an easy time at first. It does get pretty hard. It looks like a very simple game, but this game can beat you up if you're not fully prepared. Now, with that being said, it is a very easy game to pick up, but difficult to master. Usually, an average match, or at least for me, it's about, let's say, somewhere between 2 minutes and 5 minutes. Well, in this case, it could be like 2 minutes or less, but later on in the game, of course, the difficulty is going to be tougher. They're going to introduce some brand new modes.
I never back down.
And
What were those blocks? Who cares? Let's do that again. That was fun.
You've calmed down a bit.
Amity? Hey, Ringo.
now, thinking back to the cutscene before the game,
Glad you're all right.
I thought it would at least make more sense to battle S first, since she's the one going crazy.
In the ridiculously tight jumpsuit is T. He's going to help us out. That's great. Thanks, T. I love the ridiculously tight jumpsuit.
You're welcome.
His costume doesn't look that
Next up,
tight.
Let's go look for Aro.
Is this Aro a friend as well?
Oh,
Maybe it's just the animation style.
just listen for a goo-goo. That means you're close.
A goo-goo?
Did someone say goo-goo? I think I heard a goo-goo earlier.
Alright. Then let's get a move on.
Pee-pee, pee-pee.
Oh man, that old character in Carbuncle, which you're gonna see, a little bit later on. They could be annoying, but not as annoying as J and L.
What's wrong, Doggy? Play with us.
Yes, play with
Now, I
us,
believe the one in the red is L,
We haven't
and the
any
one in blue is J.
Jay.
I'm not entirely sure about that.
right, Elle.
I'm just going with the dialogue boxes.
With hot mustard.
The text in red is usually said by L, and the one in blue is
We haven't
J.
sprayed him with the hose.
And we never even played tug of war with his tail.
Oh yeah, it's just in case you haven't noticed,
Ourselves
all the Tetris characters in the
Oh my.
in this dimension are named after the pieces. Like T is the
Those two are bullying a helpless
the little
puppy.
cross-shaped one. O is a
Are
square.
you sure that's a puppy?
J and L is the
More
you know,
importantly,
the L and the
what's
reverse
going on?
L was the,
Who are
I
they?
guess, called a J in this
Those
case.
three are also part of my crew. The twins are J and L. They love their
You know,
breaks.
I, you
And
know,
then
the
there's the one
dog system
trembling
over
in the
there is
corner.
the straight line,
That's I,
and
the SS
so
Tetris
forth.
chief engineer.
He's your engineer?
I'm not entirely sure if the same goes with the
Don't
Puyo
worry,
Puyo
he's a bit
characters.
jumpy sometimes, but he comes highly recommended. J, L, leave him alone.
But we haven't done anything. I saw something that spooked him. And now he's too scared to move.
Oh, and what did he see?
He said it was a little yellow guy that says Goo Goo. And some strange girl was with him. But that's silly talk.
I mean, J and L, they like to play pranks, but
Is that
they like to cause trouble for no reason.
Carl, all right.
I? Where did the girl go?
And this is annoying me for some reason. I guess it's just reminding me of annoying little kids.
I shall put him at ease with a Tetris
And that's
battle.
pretty much it. I'm sure the rest of you wouldn't mind them, but those two are my least favorite characters. Okay, so Tetris vs. Tetris. The rules of the game is still pretty much the same. It's just that now we're playing the exact same game. I would say that with Tetris, it's a lot harder to eliminate people, at least for me, because the most it can do is 4 lines. I mean, you can do like a chain, you know, like you can do 4 lines and the next one you eliminate 2 lines and so forth. But you see, in Tetris case, the blocks you stack underneath the opponent's board right there, and pretty much you gotta push them all the way to the top so they can lose. And you know, all those lines have, you know, 1 empty space so they can, you know, get rid of them and come back. You can use those to your advantage. You know, like you see the one on the bottom is the empty straight line. If you manage to get rid of those 2 on the top and have like a line piece right there, that's an instant Tetris right there. Now I'm not sure if creating the garbage line doesn't affect you as much as creating normal lines, but if they do the same damage either way, that's a bit of an advantage to anybody playing the Tetris mode. Sick. Yeah, I'm pretty much near the end here.
How interesting. Beautiful. Spin attack.
See, if I can just get another line piece right there, I can have almost a Tetris. I still need to cover up that spot all the way in the right, but you know, I decided to cover that up. So yeah, right now we're going with the basics.
Spin attack.
You know, later on we'll get, you know, some more advanced gameplay. Some of them I like, others I could do without, and a good thing that wasn't only a
I never
difficult
back down.
battle, or else I would have been I would have gone crazy after messing that up.
Captain, I apologize for losing my composure.
Are you better now?
Indeed, it was a splendid battle and I've returned to my senses. Now then,
Yeah,
as
not
for
just a talking
the
dog.
duo I saw, I believe they ambled off in that direction.
Excellent.
You're gonna
Thanks, I.
see a bunch of crazy kids.
Whoa!
Yes, sir.
Something wrong, Ringo?
No, it's just... He really made a night and day recovery. It was really impressive. I didn't have a chance to give a proper reaction because I was waiting for a good moment. Hey, now we know where Arlen is.
Also, I was saying you could be seeing lots of crazy characters in terms of personality or design. Speaking of characters, get to meet all and
I have you surrounded. Do not resist.
Hey, don't come any closer. I'm warning you. Goo goo goo.
You will do as I say. Surrender yourselves at once.
Get away! I'll never give in. Someone help me!
now this robot character named Zed.
Oh my gosh, what's going on?
You know, that's obviously the C
Arl, you hear me?
Tetris piece.
Run! He's probably
C is what we say in America, but I think in, well, specifically in
Amity,
European
you look like
country,
you're pretty athletic.
they pronounce it as Zed.
We're gonna rescue you.
Ringo? Amity? I'm so happy to see you.
Us too. I'm glad you're all right.
Now, even though Oris is not the main protagonist in this game,
Excuse me?
It's horrible. We have this whole list of demands.
let me finish this part first. Well, yeah, I'll finish
What
this
sort
part
of
first.
list of demands?
Why? He made me so uncomfortable, Ringo. He said I couldn't run in the hallway and not to drag my feet. He said I need to eat my veggies and I can't play with my food. He even lectured me about proper hand sanitization techniques.
Oh dear. That's not at all where I thought this was headed.
See what I mean? Ringo, you know how much I hate all that manner stuff. Goo goo goo.
My
Yeah,
apologies.
as I was saying, even though Oris is not the main protagonist in this
He means
game,
well. I guess he can overdo it.
she's
So this thing's your
pretty
friend?
pretty much the mascot of the Puyo Puyo series.
Oh, you're gonna expect the same list of demands too, huh? Is that it?
No.
We shall do battle before I ever give in to your oppressive demands.
Well, have it your way.
Good luck, team.
It's always a battle.
This is pretty much how we handle all our problems.
Just leave her to
Yeah,
me.
you know,
Bring on the Puyo
Ringo's
Puyo!
pretty much saying what I'm thinking, and probably what everybody else is thinking at this point. But anyways, you definitely pick characters in, you know, like in exhibition mode or playing as multiplayer. None of the characters has any special abilities in case you're wondering. This is mainly there to tell you and your opponent, you know, how you're doing, or you know, like if I make a combo like I did a little bit earlier ago, it can prepare the opponent from, you know, incoming Tetramino garbage that's gonna fall from the sky, just, you know, like that. And that's pretty much it. I guess it'd be interesting to add any, you know, character special ability, but I think that would complicate the game a little bit too much. I think I might finish this in a minute and a half, maybe, if I can get some good pieces. Sorry, I'm just a bit focused here. But yeah, that's pretty much it right there.
I never back down.
Oh wait, 3 stars, even though I already got that already.
Well, that was fun. Goo
that there is
Everyone satisfied
a
now?
point to
We all
these
safe and sound.
star ranking.
You bet.
The higher star you get, the more content you unlock.
Talking Puyo just now.
Affirmative.
You see some of the stuff that I unlocked in this playthrough.
Do.
Right now, I don't think you'll be able to see anything just yet.
We've been to so many worlds, but there's always something new to learn, huh? The world's a big place. Isn't that right, Kirby? Goo!
What matters is we're all together again.
I believe Carbuncle, the character right there, made an appearance in Dr. Robotnik Mean Bean Machine.
Pop Puyos until it teleports us back.
Sega owns the Puyo series now, but back then it was just owned by Compile, which is why they were able to make a version on Super Nintendo called Kirby Avalanche.
That's the Tetris emergency alarm.
Hee-hee! Hee-hee! Hee-hee!
Let's get to the cockpit. Something's happening. We need to hurry.
Let's move before our predicament gets any worse.
Alright, so we got 2 more to go. Oh no, 3 more.
What are these blobs? Hey! Get away from there, you blob!
S, status report.
Can't you figure out what's happening?
Huh? I'm not sure what you mean.
These blobs just showed up out of nowhere. And we've lost control over the Tetris cockpit.
Oh no. I feel like we run into these sorts of problems a lot when we travel around.
T? Aren't you the captain? Do something!
There's nothing I
I
can't.
wish some of the cutscenes were more animated and, you know, not just characters standing at certain poses. I mean, I guess I understand why they did
Brace
that.
for impact. We're going to crash.
Story is
You say
well,
crash?
really not the most slightly louder than I was screaming.
We need to pop these Puyos as ASAP as possible!
Yeah, I'm prepared to see a lot more of that too.
Right, let's do it!
But you know, I understand why they didn't go full out on cutscenes.
You got
But I wish they added like a couple here and there, just like in Soccer Wars.
I mean, only if
Ringo.
Yeah, sorry, I skipped a few of them here.
we'll be fine. All you need to do is connect 4 Puyos of the same color. That's all. There's some other stuff like garbage Puyos and chains, but I'm sure you'll figure it all out. Easy peasy.
At first I thought I can do each part like at least like 15 to 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes tops for each part. But the cutscenes are a lot longer than I expected. So I get to show off some Puyo Puyo here. Now I already explained that you need to make some combination here. I'm still not that good at that. But let's see. I think making chains is more that gives you more points or more garbage Puyo rather than creating combos, you know, like eliminating like 2 sets at a time. Though that, I don't have any I'm not entirely sure about that, you know, so, you know, take what I said with a grain of salt.
There.
Okay, so, see, I do like a lot better at Puyo.
There.
I know when you create combos, it's really rewarding.
I never back down.
Yeah, just in case I haven't told by that gameplay, Puyo is obviously my favorite game over Tetris.
Kind of amazing. He's a natural at Puyo Puyo battles. Well, it's my turn now. Hey! Why the doubting? I want to learn how to pop Puyos. Teach me.
You want to help out? That's so helpful of you. It's not about being helpful. Clearly, if this starship crashes, I'm in trouble too. You are the most clueless girl in the entire universe. What did you say? Never mind all that. Show me how to pop Puyos. All right, that's the spirit. Puyo Puyo battle!
I guess the one complaint I have about this game is that they do so much of the same thing, you know, in the story mode. I mean, I guess it couldn't be helped. I mean, I guess what else you could possibly do? It's like I wasn't thinking on that one. It's like I should have gone for the combo.
You like that? Whoopsie! You like that?
Oh man, I thought I could have a breaching. Oh wow, okay.
Oh no!
41 seconds. Yeah, very good. Again, Puyo is definitely my favorite out of the two. That's just judging by the game itself.
Incredible! We can't let them out to us.
Wait till we start combining them.
Goo goo! Your cheese partner. It's O, right?
Oh boy.
Did you want to help out too? Pee 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 pee!
In case you're wondering, yes, the characters that can only say one thing does have a conversation together like a couple of times in the game, I believe.
Great, let's do it.
Again, I'm gonna be skipping most of their dialogues because I find it more annoying. But let's see. Wonder if I can get like you know, less than 40 seconds here. Gonna be fun to try, though I don't think I'm making any smart decisions over here. Or that if you get like you know, match 5 or more curves, I do think you get like, you know, at least one garbage Puyo to go to your opponent's side. I guess the one advantage of making garbage Puyo is that it can help you make combination easier depending how good you are at the game. How many seconds was that? Did it keep track of time? I guess not.
Did we? I think we got most of them.
Nice job, everyone! Looks like we're in the clear.
Take those first two sentences out of context there.
You're kidding me!
If you think that was immature, you know, commentary right there, well, yeah, it was, but believe me, it gets crazier in chapter 4. Where in this case it'd be part 4. So stay tuned for that.
Captain's report. We have lost control of the starship Tetra.
You're gonna be saying phrasing a lot.
Emergency crash landing on the blue planet below.
Huh? Hey, did you say we were crash landing on a blue planet? Wait, crash landing? I hate crash landings!
Don't worry, all the characters are like Shane McMahon and they are perfectly okay. So that's the end of this part. Tune in next time, and I'll catch you guys later.